And we have breaking news. President Trump is asking the Supreme Court to lift a judge's block on deportations under the Alien Enemies Act. It's the first time the administration has asked the Supreme Court to step in, claiming federal judges' temporary restraining orders are upending the separation of powers. The appeal comes after the D.C. Circuit upheld Judge James Boasberg's ruling, ordering the administration to temporarily pause the deportations. Now the Supreme Court will have to decide whether to allow those flights to continue as the legal battle plays out. Senior Washington reporter Devin Dwyer has more on that. So, Devin, what's the administration's key argument here, and what do the justices need to consider?
Well, this application today, Diane, puts the justices now squarely at the center of this explosive fight over immigration policy and, as you mentioned, that highly unprecedented use of the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. Just to remind everybody, that law, back to the nation's founding, was last used during World War II to inter Japanese Americans. Now it's being applied to Venezuelans. And the justices, as you say, are going to be asked whether the president has properly invoked it here. They're also going to have to get into whether this lower court judge, Judge Boasberg, who we've heard a lot about, has proper jurisdiction to even review the president's actions in deporting these Venezuelans. Many of them, Diane, as we've been reporting, sent to El Salvador without any due process, any evidence presented, no criminal records, and advocacy groups have been saying many of those now detained in that country are not members of that gang at all that the president has declared. So a very significant development here, putting this at the Supreme Court. The government has argued in these documents today filed with the Supreme Court that the president has unfettered authority, unchecked by anybody, even a federal court, to use this policy to sweep people up off the streets of any nationality designated as an enemy of the United States and deported without any due process. We'll see how the justices buy that argument, Diane.
All right, Senior Washington reporter Devin Dwyer, thank you.